next concept we are going to talk about is called blue green deployment. If you see the default deployment strategy, what Kubernetes follows is a rolling update strategy. So whenever I change the image name, it is going to bring up a new replica set. Instead, it is bringing up a new version of application, and relatively, it is going to remove the old containers from the existing replica set. So this is called the rolling update methodology. Okay, and Kubernetes by default doesn't support the blue green, but we can achieve blue green in Kubernetes with a manual method. So that's what we are going to see now. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a deployment called blue. In that, I will be using one Nginx image, let's say the latest Nginx image. Then I'm going to create a new deployment called green. In that, I'll be using a older version of Nginx. Let's say we'll use 1.20. Okay, and this service, so I'll be creating a separate service. First, the service will be pointing to the blue deployment. Okay, and at that time, I will be able to see the Nginx latest version. And the next time, I'll be modifying the service to point to a green deployment so that the switchover happens without much of a issue. So this is the way you can achieve a blue-green deployment in Kubernetes. So let's see that. Let me open the command prompt there. Let me give notepad blue.yaml. So API version app/v1 kindness by deployment. You can call name of the deployment is, you can call it as mg-inx flow labels, let me call app spec. Okay. To selector app it So here I'm going to give additional label. Okay, using that only I'm going to map it with the service. So let me say version is blue. For the template, I'm giving additional label, and with this label, I'm going to map the service. And specs for the template. Specs for the template. Space name. Pod. Here's the latest Nginx for Blue. Container port 80. So my deployment is ready. So here I'm adding one more label. Using this label, I will be choosing the service. Okay, so this label I will use it to map the service to the replica set. So if your version kind, blue, yeah, everything looks fine. Let me save this. Let me try to apply this first. kubectl -f blue.yaml. This was created. Let me share the YAML file first. Let me create a service.yaml and I will map this service with the blue deployment. Service.yaml. Service.yaml. Here, let me start writing the service. So, API version 1 and this service. Let me call it as web app blue green. Specs for the services. Port. Protocol. Selector. Next and version is. So I'm going to use the version label. So app, the label it should have app Nginx and version is blue. I'm just going to use the same here and type is load balancer. Do this first. Let me try to apply this. kubectl YAML. Service got created. And then let me try to get the service external URL because it's a new service, right? So kubectl cc. So this is my new service URL. Let me copy that. Apply to the command. And let me try to access this URL and see the version it. So it should be using the latest version. It's 1.21. Okay. So now it has came in and let me check the version. This 1.21. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a green deployment with a different image. So and green.yaml. That let me copy paste the same thing from the blue. Here I'm going to make a couple of changes. The name of the deployment, I'm going to change it to green. And here in the version, I'm going to change it to green. And the image, we use 1.20.1. This was one of the image. If I just check that. 1.20.1 is it there? Yeah, 1.20.1 is there. So let me save it. CTL -f.yaml. I need to connect to the server. What happened? Some connection disruption. Okay, fine. Now, if I do the kubectl get deploy, I can see there are two deployments. Okay. Now, let me map the service to point it to the green deployment. Let's say, edit the service.yaml here in the version. Let me change it to green. Save this. Then let me apply this. .yaml. It should say the service is configured. Now, if I go back and refresh the page, you should see 20.1. Immediately, it should be. So this is how you can achieve a blue-green deployment in Nginx. Sorry, in Kubernetes.